Been trying to figure out how to start this video. I've kind of realized nobody wants to see my stupid face. It's bad enough you gotta listen to my dumb voice. Here is my pair of custom-built ESS AMT3 rock monitors. I have been searching for these speakers for over 15 years. My uncle has 2 pair of them. I haven't been able to come across my own to buy. I figured, why not build them? ESS is back in business. They have been for a while. Anybody watching this probably knows that. They're selling components, but not complete speakers. Well, the key thing about these is obviously the Heil tweeter. So I purchased a pair of those. Took measurements, made drawings, took some notes from my uncle's 2 pair that he has, and handed that off to my stepdad, who built me these cabinets. The side panels are solid oak instead of a walnut veneer, but they're just shy of an inch thick. The original ESS speakers they had an inch thick veneer side panel. The cabinet itself is made out of MDF, which is, in my opinion, better than the particle board that was available back when these were originally made. The crossovers inside of these were built to the original, exact specifications, down to the physical size and how it's laid out. Every component is laid out in the same way. The circuit board, I found a guy on eBay who made an exact replica. The circuit board itself, the traces, everything is laid out identical. This guy did an amazing job, worth every penny. It sounds beautiful. You wouldn't know a difference between these and the 2 pair my uncle has. The mids are an Eminence Beta 6A. I was going to go with the Alpha 6A, but I found a pair of the Betas on sale for $42 a piece. And I figured, why the hell not just go with the better speaker? It's not going to hurt the sound quality. They're still going to sound just as good. It's overkill for what I need. I understand that, but the price was cheap. Why not? The woofers are Dayton Audio DC 250-8s. So they're 8 ohms each, and the way they get wired up makes this into a 4 ohm speaker. If I would have went with the ESS replacement woofers, those are 4 ohms, and that would have given me basically like a 2 ohm speaker. There's pretty much no amp is going to be happy driving that. So these woofers are a very, very common replacement that people are using in the ESS rock monitors, from the research I've found anyways. So I figured they were a good choice, and I'm absolutely blown away by the sound. They're amazing, no complaints. And at $50 a piece, you really can't complain. I mean, the cabinets are just beautiful. On the back, we do have an L pad to kind of tame down the volume of that Eminence mid-range. Whether I want the Alpha or the Beta, doesn't matter. It is recommended to put an L pad in line with it in order to tame it down a bit, because the Eminence mids are a lot louder than the originals were. This here is your brightness, I believe ESS calls it, for the tweeter. Like I said, the crossover was built to the original specs, so it does still have that brightness control. Try to get you a view around the entire speaker. Yeah, I did add the limited edition badges from, I found some reproduction badges. I figured why not, it's appropriate. This is kind of a limited edition. I put that behind the grills just for fun, for myself. This one here has the grill on it. This grill material, it's a little darker in person. The camera kind of brightens it up with the flash on, or the light on. But if you put this side by side with my uncle's original pair, this just looks like a newer material. It's literally identical in color. It is crazy. I got really lucky. Found reproduction badges for the original AMT3s. Even got the little pedestals that they were sitting on. And right now I am running these off of this Dayton Audio hybrid tube amp. If you want a brand new amplifier that has a it really does have a vintage sound, go with one of these. If you have speakers that don't require so much power, they do have a 100-watt version of this. This is the 200-watt. But the sound on this thing is absolutely astounding. I couldn't imagine, like, I'll show you the other amp I use. It makes these things sound so harsh and so, it just, there's no depth and they're harsh. And these speakers shouldn't sound like that. Anybody who knows what these speakers are knows that they're not a speaker that sounds like that. That hybrid tube amp will sound like your old school vintage Pioneers or Techniques or whatever you're used to from the 70s. It has that good warm sound. I will say the phono amp in this is a little bit on the weak side, but you just turn the volume up a bit more. Just remember to turn it down if you switch back to a different input. But the sound quality is just superb. Don't mind a little bit of my mess, but when I said they sounded harsh, I was running it off of this Onkyo. An A-RV400. This thing is garbage. It has a lot of power. It's like 125 watts a channel or 100 watts. It's something like right around in there, but it does not sound good. I don't know what it is. It makes these ESS speakers sound like trash. So I'm much happier with that tube amp. I'm extremely happy with this build. If anybody wants any details, I have all the original measurements, drawings, notes. I took pictures for reference, all of that. I can contact the guy who made the crossovers, see if he's willing to make some more, get you in touch with him. I can't guarantee that, but the crossover schematics are available online and you could easily enough put something together yourself based on those. But I just thought I would share these since there really isn't anything out there about the ESS AMT3s. And you definitely don't see a build like this when it comes to custom speakers.